If you've been feeling emotionally exhausted lately, this message may be exactly what your central nervous system needs to hear. Oh, hey there, it's Lori Lindsay, and this is today's Love and Light Message from Spirit. Today is Monday, May 25th, 2025, Memorial Day. So we're going to start off with, first I'm going to share what cards I'm using. I'm using Spirit Junkie and also the Light Seer Tarot. Those are the cards we're using today. And so the Oracle card today comes from a quote from Louise Hayes. And as an adult, this is how I realized my mom was just as woo-woo as I am. She had these books all over, and so fitting that all of these books, Louise Hayes' message had to do with listening to your inner self and regulating your central nervous system. Now, she may not have used those words in her books, but that definitely was her philosophy, and that has become my philosophy too. So the card said, all is well. Everything is working out for my highest good, and I am safe. Say that to yourself. I am safe. That really helps your root chakra. Really helps. And Spirit keeps repeating, you are safer than your fear is telling you. If you see me looking off to the side, it's because I have notes and there are important things I want to make sure I get across to you. Then we have the Queen of Swords, and look at how she's pondering. It's like she's pondering her future. She's thinking about things. She might be thinking about her past, but she's definitely pondering things. And I love it that we've got a cup down here, and cups have to do with emotions, water and emotions. There you go. So the Queen of Swords says many of us already know the truth deep down, but we keep second guessing ourselves because clarity can feel uncomfortable before it can feel freeing. And then we have the Six of Cups. I love this card because when it's right side up, it's kind of that inner child feel. And you have a connection to your inner child. And even the dog even has an inner child, which I absolutely love. But today we're reading it in reverse. So the Six of Cups reverse says, some of us have been carrying memories that still trigger guilt, grief, or self-doubt. And Spirit is asking us to finally loosen our grip on what no longer reflects who we are becoming. It's that grip that we hold on to things that keep us stuck. And the minute we start to release them, things start to unfold for us. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I definitely grip onto things and I have a hard time letting go. But I find that my biggest movements, my biggest growth happened when I finally said, I'm going to let it happen. I'm going to let it happen. So, some of us are being asked to stop emotionally returning to old versions of ourselves, old wounds, old relationships, and old survival patterns. We don't need to rely on those anymore. They're not working for us anymore. Feeling familiar does not always mean safe. So telling yourself, I am safe in this moment, tells your central nervous system to settle down, and it speaks to your root chakra, which is also about your stability. Sometimes we revisit the past, hoping to finally receive the love, validation, or closure we never got. But healing begins when we stop waiting for the past to become different. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. I love this, slowly tending his garden. Just because your healing feels slow does not mean it isn't working. Roots grow slowly. Not all growth arrives dramatically. Sometimes growth looks like resting, setting boundaries, choosing peace, and no longer abandoning yourself to keep others comfortable. Stop doing that. I stopped doing it, and you know what? It pissed a lot of people off, but I felt free, and I started attracting people into my life that I needed to have in my life. So stop abandoning yourself to be accepted. This reading feels like Spirit is saying, keep tending the life you are building because it is working. So the question I have for all of you in the comments is, what emotional pattern are you finally ready to stop carrying? So if this message resonated with you, I have a class called How to Trust Your Intuition. And once you can start trusting your inner voice, I'm telling you, it is a game changer. You can find my website in the show notes. So let's bring in the calmness and then release. before I go, my t-shirt, I'm sure some of you were like, what does that say? What does that say? It says, chasing that Scholastic Book Fair high. I, as a teacher, not only experienced Scholastic Book Fair as a child, but I got to experience it as an adult. And I'm telling you, it is definitely high. I also have this sticker on my little free library outside my home. So I hope you're all having a blessed day. Love and light to all of you.